When I was a kid, I used to go see shows all the time, and I would want to meet the band, and I was that guy that waited forever and in the cold, you know, for an autograph or something. So I know what it's like, and I know how important that is for that kid. And it's hard sometimes to be available to everyone because, you know, it becomes, as it's become bigger and bigger and bigger, I can't sit around and sign, you know, 20,000 pictures or whatever. But for me, it might take 2 seconds to write an autograph, but for that kid that waited all day for the show and had his ticket for 3 months, you know, that is something very special for him that he's going to hold on to for a long time. So I know what that feels like, and it's kind of it's fun to return that favor a bit. We started with the record cycle out in January. We did a week run of the East Coast of the U.S. doing smaller shows, and it was a lot of fun to get back. It was good for us to get warmed up again, and because we had taken the time off to write the record, and we needed a bit of practice live. And but yeah, for me personally, those shows are great, and even the small theaters are great. When we get into the festivals, those are great picture opportunities and great to tell your mom about, but it's not very exciting for the metal fan. You know, the energy that in the smaller places in the theaters, it's really tangible. It's a special event for the band and for the fans because that energy it's trapped in such a small place. So for me, that's a lot more fun. Of course, it's fun to. I'm not going to say no to a Metallica arena tour, but you know, the stuff we're doing in the U.S., the stuff that we choose to do, normally stays in those size venues.
Why? Why did I delete my Twitter? Because it's full of idiots. But social networking can be used for good things. And like, I use my Twitter account for several good things. Like, I raise money for cancer research on it. You know, I live tweeted advice during a hurricane in New York City. So I used that, and at first it was fun to use it to communicate with the fans, right? Like, I would answer questions from the fans. But at, you know, I think something like 35,000 people were reading the dumb stuff I was putting up there. And some of it was just fun, and it got too big. I couldn't communicate anymore, and everything I said got misunderstood, you know? And I'm a pretty brutally honest person on there because I think people have two different personas online. I think they have the person like that they are in their day-to-day life, and then they'll be online and they'll be someone else. You know, rude, entitled. They say things to you online they would never say in your face. I'll say exactly the same thing online that I'll say to your face. People don't like that. You know, they don't like being told you're being an asshole. So I'll still do that, you know what I mean? And it bummed a lot of people out. And I just got tired of arguing with all these people, you know? Because I don't think, like you were talking, someone was asking about meeting the fans earlier, right? My whole deal with music is this. I don't see the difference between us and the fans so much. You know, I still at times am confused as to how many people, I'm like, I can't believe all these people are here to see my dumb ass jump around on stage, you know what I mean? So I don't like the separation in mentally between the fans and the band a lot of the time, because people expect you to be something that you're not. And you know, and you see that conversely in a lot of musicians who get really big heads. They're like, oh, I'm something special because I'm up here playing a band. It's like, dude, you aren't a doctor, you aren't a scientist, you aren't curing cancer, you're in a fucking heavy metal band, that's it. Get over yourself, you know? So, I like, the thing with Twitter, what I thought it was neat is that I could communicate one-on-one with people and kind of remove some of that barrier. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a person too. And then people got rude. And I got bored. So I erased it.
So it's more of a personal thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, I wasted far too much time on that.